So before I get started, I want to thank the number of people who have helped me out by donating to support the efforts of Militia Man and crew to bring quality content with an analysis to go with it. No frills, no advertising, just good and relevant data. I want to say thank you so much to those that have helped with that $1 to $2, even $50 to $200+. All of it helps, and just want you all to know that without your help, we just could not be here and keep this channel and our efforts going. So again, thank you so much to everyone's generosity, because it is very needed. We have a quality and hardworking team, and so any help you can give if you love our content will keep us working hard to build this channel and community and keep us going. Hey everybody, Militia Man here. It's what is it today? Monday, and it's about 8:30 in the evening. But just wanted to check up with everybody and see what we got going on. Today there's been some reports and some conflicting ones where they're talking about a couple of different items. Big in the news is the 23, 24, and 25 budget. They've been working on this for some time. They seem to have had agreements on it, but they're talking about it again now that they finally have it to the House of Representatives, and it looks like that they've have done some things with it. So there's going to be some conflicting reports, and basically they act like today there was even a reading, or there was a meeting with al-Sudani, the Prime Minister, but yet they adjourned the subsequent meeting till Tuesday. But they go on to suggest the budget bill will be held even as far out as next Wednesday at 9 p.m. instead of Tuesday. So that's where that conflicting information comes from. But an interesting issue is that they're apparently looking at this budget as a very sensitive one. So that's why they're probably kind of keeping it close to the chest. If you remember back, the Ministerial Council of Economics had this ongoing from November up to present, and then the Council of Ministers had it. The Prime Minister had it at his desk, in his office. Then the Council of Ministers got it. Well, eventually it all comes full circle, and here we are. We're with it with the House of Representatives. Whether that they discussed it today, or they're going to discuss it tomorrow, Tuesday, or they're going to discuss it on Wednesday, is to be determined. However, it looks like it's actually front and center, because some of the words and language that they're using, they're talking about al-Sudani is expediting in the budget. They're accelerating the budget. They're many different things. Expedite, accelerate. So anyway, you get the picture that they're moving forward. The next thing too we should talk about is that the oil and gas law has been in the forefront at the same time, and now we know that the oil and gas law is expected to be on the table as early as Wednesday as well. And so what we're trying to say here, though, is that being that these guys adjourned their session to Tuesday, they're seem to be pushing it around and massaging it to be closer to Wednesday. And if the reports are accurate, we probably find out that the Kurdistan region may have already showed up. If not, maybe they'll be here tomorrow, but we believe that it's possible that they already showed up today because of the expediting of all these things are front and center. So when they do have this reading, they're saying it's going to be the first reading, and that could be, again, the Tuesday or the Wednesday. But I got a feeling that if, in fact, it's so sensitive, we may not know the whole story, and we'll find out soon enough. And let's see. This budget, though, to be fair, they're saying is the largest budget that's in history for Iraq. But there again, it should be large because it's going to amount to 3 years of a budget, not just one annually. It's going to be 3. Obviously, they'll have adjustments along the way when necessary. Price of oil, price of natural gas, and the monies that the revenue streams come in. So we'll see that. It looks like they placed the Kurds a budget portion at about 12.67%, and they look like they're putting it at about $70 of oil. That's what the relationship is at. But here again, when I talked about expediting or accelerating, they're saying it's basically a race has begun for Parliament finance to meet in front of the finance ministry, and that was on Sunday, and that was slated for today. Looks like that happened. So the race is on, okay? So the finance minister and her advanced staff in the ministry will provide a detailed explanation of the dimensions and items of the budget in its total amount and how it will pay for its deficit of 64 trillion dinars. Well, I believe they say it in trillions is because obviously that's possibly going to change in the sense of they're not going to go international with trillions. They haven't done it since 2003, and they're not going to do it in the future. We're going to see something completely different. That's this whole study. Al-Sudani basically has stated that there will be a date set for reading the draft budget law in the next nearest session with the House of Representatives. He has expressed his willingness in the earlier days to attend the House of Representatives, so he wanted to be there. He was there today, so they had some discussion about it. Whether that's considered the first reading or not, I don't know. But again, he was there today, and he was there to talk about the details and inquiries that they may have regarding the budget law for the purpose of expediting its approval by the Parliament. I mean, here you are. That's the focus, expedite. The coordination framework, they showed up and they wanted to talk to Al-Sudani, and they had talks about elections and approving the budget. So today, the key focus was to speed up the legislation of the federal budget in the Parliament. There you go. Expedite, speed, accelerate. You can see that this is a big deal. It's pretty exciting. Preparation and the budget's inclusion for the Parliament's agenda during its upcoming sessions. So that's why we're here. The news suggests it's Tuesday. And then it also suggests that Wednesday at 9 p.m. is going to be a big deal. And once again, the purpose from the Al-Sudani is to expedite the approval by Parliament. So as you can see, I'm reiterating these things, but that's what they are doing. There are many articles out about it today. And the final article that comes out this evening, was Wednesday's the date for the first reading of the budget bill. And it says the session will take place at 9 o'clock in the evening on Wednesday. So as far as the Kurds are concerned, they come out and they say that they will visit Baghdad tomorrow, which they said that today, but we are hearing that it's possible that he could have showed up. Barzani may have showed up today. And if we see that in the news, that would be a fascinating thing. But firstly, let's just stick with what they have today. It says an informed source confirmed to Kurdistan News that the agreement between Erbil and Baghdad will be announced in the next 2 days. So they said that confirmed that the agreement between Baghdad and Erbil will be announced in the next 2 days. So they've already made an agreement, but yet they're telling you they're announcing an announcement. It's pretty interesting stuff. So the oil ministry announced today that Iraqi government insists on accelerating the resumption of oil exportation with Kurdistan region in the Cyan port into Turkey, because they actually shut that off. That was back because of the court case with Paris in France, that they ruled that it was illegal, and they ruled in the favor of Baghdad to win that, and so that's why they had stopped the oil flow through to Turkey, and so that was halted, and now they're looking like expediting it. We want to get it turned back on. We have an agreement. We have a bank account. We're going to do it separately. So all of those things have been awesome. And so keep in mind when they say that they were going to expedite this, here's an article, a quote that says, according to the agreement between Baghdad and Erbil, even between the political parties, the vote on the oil and gas law will be the beginning of the 5th month. That's in May. And this law will resolve all financial and oil disputes between regional government and the federal government. That was slated for May. They've been talking about speed, expediting, and accelerating. And here we are. We're still in early parts of April. So we're not waiting for them to go out another month. Okay. So ultimately, end of the day, what I believe is going on, it's kind of like this. It's like they're throwing two stones out in the water in a massive way, and it's going to have a rippling effect around the world. All of this is happening because Iraq is, we feel, is effectively a linchpin that's going to stimulate the economy from all these different things that we've already talked about. We're talking about the dry canal. We're talking about the port of Fao. We're talking about electricity from all the different countries to get these guys up and running into the private sector. We have all these different things, electronic platforms, the currency platforms, the wheat sales are going to be sold prior to the April 10th. That's all going to be about trading other countries' currencies, cross-border payments. All those things are happening right in front of our eyes. And these items that I've talked about tonight, the budget, the oil and gas law, them buying commodities with other currencies are fascinating, and they support that. Again, this could be where like two stones were thrown around the world with that rippling effect. Okay, history is going to be basically written about this because of Iraq is going to be very, very wealthy. I mean, they could probably write this like in tablets of gold. I really believe that. So enjoy your evening, and thank you for being here, Militia Man and crew. Appreciate all you do and your support. Thanks so much.